Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're at home safe and well with your families. I'm excited about this week's lesson plan. We're going to be going over a collage, or what I like to call abstract assemblage. But before we get started, let's go ahead and go over some of the tools and materials we're going to need. So we'll start off with my desk here. I kind of organized everything. The first thing we're going to start off with is you're going to need a baseboard. You can go with anything that's cardboard that you have found around the house, or this came out of a shoebox. I kind of keep all this stuff on hand just in case I want to do a project like this. Here's just a piece of cardboard. Really anything that's like got a hard surface, or even the backing of, let's say, a sketchbook would even work. Next, you're going to want to collect some newspapers, magazines, clippings, old books, anything you have on hand, just to find a little bit of imagery from. You can even use scrap paper, anything you have on hand that's available for you. You're also going to need some adhesives for this project. I didn't have any glue at the house, but that's what I would prefer. I typically use this matte gel to paste my images to my base. Glue stick works well. If you don't have any of that, well, you can stick to any sort of tape to piece it together as well. After that, you're going to need something to cut out your imagery with. I prefer scissors, but if you don't have those on hand, an X-Acto or a razor, but keeping it safe, I would stay with the scissors if you have them on hand. Lastly, off to the side, I have just some extra materials, some mixed media in case I want to add to my collage. Paint markers, Sharpies, whatever you have on hand if you choose to go that route. So now we get to the fun part. I spent all day looking through all these magazines and selecting different images I thought were cool, and I just started cutting away, and I started looking at things like color, texture, patterns, anything I thought might go together or contrast each other. Warm colors, cool colors, I pulled those out, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our board and just start playing with these pieces. So here are some of my cutouts. I like to do real images like hands or eyes or lips, and then I like to do like pattern type things for the background, and I really just play with that stuff and start rearranging things and imagining how I can create some sort of narrative with what's on my board. So I've assembled all my pieces here on my board. I'm pretty happy with my composition here. Next, we're going to take a photo of this and then nice and neatly stack our pieces off to the side. The photo will kind of serve as something we can use to remember the composition if we can't. The last step I'm going to show you here is gluing. I'm not going to finish this piece today. I'll show you some finished pieces afterwards. I just put very little glue on the back side of this, and then I kind of used my finger to smooth this out. That gets rid of any excess glue that might be underneath there, but that's a nice and flat piece. If you want some texture added to it, you can kind of wrinkle the paper and smear it if you're kind of going for that look. But now I'm going to give you a couple examples of works that I did finish. Here are some of the examples that I had finished. This is a monochromatic blue that I had gone with. Smaller in size, but this one came out pretty nice. This one here has a little bit of text in it. You can see there's a little bit of exposed tape. This one here I enjoyed as well. It has a Sharpie added to it. And this one here, I believe, I used a little bit of pen. So yeah, you can really go anywhere you want with it. If you want any other examples, you could Google 5 contemporary collage artists adding new layers, and you'll find some really great artists on there as well. I look forward to seeing all your work. Take care.